Okay, so we are live again with some more Pathfinder Kingmaker, as it is a Sunday. We will hopefully be, well, we'll certainly be playing for at least 2 hours. It's 2 o'clock in the UK at the moment. Should hopefully be playing till 5, half 5, maybe even 6. We'll see how we go. If anyone has been paying particular attention, you will note that the title in this is episode 18. That's because I've gone and counted up all of the VoDs from my very first VoD, and I've realised that I had missed one, and therefore this is actually the 18th session of Pathfinder Kingmaker on stream rather than the 17th. I will be changing the titles both on the Twitch VoDs and on YouTube, as well as uploading the first streams I did before mid-February up to YouTube, and that will include the first Pathfinder Kingmaker streams as well, so that the complete set will be available on YouTube. So hopefully that will be good for people. Right now, just checking that everything seems to be working, and it does indeed. So that's good. So today we have completed a certain amount of Act 2, certainly the main quest, which was dealing with the trolls. I believe there are something like 6 main acts and the Varnhold DLC. So we should be crossing over into Act 3, and the advice that I'm seeing online is to pick up the Varnhold DLC either sometime during Act 3 or at the end of Act 3. So that's probably what we're going to do. So hopefully tonight we will come out of Act 2 and go into Act 3, and we'll see what we will see. So without any further ado, we will get back into the game. So in case anyone is watching the VoD and doesn't know anything about this game, it's a computer RPG kind of in the Baldur's Gate tradition, except there's an element of kingdom management, because you are a baron establishing a new barony in some wild and uncivilized lands, referred to as the Stolen Lands. However, there are a certain amount of politics going on, and there is certainly at least one ancient mystery that is going to impact on everything as well. So there's plenty going on. Let me just see. I do believe, yeah, that's disappeared now, so we have opened that up. Just wondering if we can find out what the date is, but I think we're going to have to go back to the world map. Right, firmly neutral good, aren't I? That's kind of cool. Right, and we're approaching level 8, which is nice. There's everyone approaching level 8. Now, as is normal, Tristan will cross first, closely followed by everyone else. Right. So we've just basically been finishing up at this ruined watchtower, which has permitted us to retrieve an old Dwarven treasure. We do have... Right, so 3 stems each of Mudleaf, Bloomberry and Dizzy Head, and 10 black rattlecaps. So we are collecting mushrooms of all things. And I've been struggling a little bit with it because they've not been very common, but I've got some clues as to places where they might be. Although those places aren't exactly friendly. So depending on how far through the month we are and what else is happening in the kingdom. Oh, there's the Mudleaf. So we want one more Mudleaf. There's the Gloomberries. If we just... There we go, that makes things a bit more obvious. So there's, I've got the Gloomberries, I need a Mudleaf, and I don't have any Dizzy Head. Okay, and also it would appear I don't have any of the Black Rattlecaps. Okay. So in terms of outstanding quests, we really want to get those two done. Now, Old Beldame is someone who wants these two quests, so we might get to complete this one if we get on her good side. Ancient Curse Part 2. Now, as I understand it, that is the main quest driving everything forward now. And the next development will be when we cross into Act 3. Now, I could well be wrong about that. Increase the rank of barony stats 5 times. We're working on that. Add 5 regions to your land. We're working on that. Unlock a new leader post. We're working on that. Unlock any secondary stat of your barony. We are working on that. So those are all going on fine. So Beldame is what we want to focus on. Now the Curse of Candlemere. Coins for a dead man's eyes. And meeting the nymph. Okay, so let's get back onto the world map. It would help if I was in the right screen so that you could actually see properly. Apologies for that. Professional streamer here. Right. So let's just... I think everyone has spells, who has spells allocated across all the levels. Cool. Okay. Go back to the world map then. We have the Dwarven Treasures. Make sure we haven't got anything here. No, a lot of what is effectively trash. So we need to head back to our kingdom, do more kingdom management, and to sell a load of stuff, because there's a merchant there that we hadn't actually realised was there. Right, it's the 28th of Neath. So really, I mean, there's just general exploration. On top of all the questing, there's just general exploration that needs doing. Yeah, all these areas down here. The Mud Bowl needs sorting out. That's where I'm going to get the Black Rattlecaps. I want to do Candlemere Tower. I think I need to go back to the kingdom first. And then I want to head out to these verdant chambers, which is something I've got to do alone. So I need to get back to my capital. Oh, random encounter. And we'll always take a fight. Okay, what are we dealing with? Third level bandit. Well, my party is level 7. We can only see one, but there are no doubt more.
Repent! Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Okay, so there's also a bandit transmuter. So I'm on a bow.
This will hurt!
Consider me provoked.
So if my ranged
Repent!
folk deal with the transmuter and the melees,
Saren Ray, be generous to them. I am not.
bandit transmuter is dead, and the bandit is also dead. So a couple of bandits just tried
Ready
to
and
rob
willing.
us and paid for it. This person, I'll take the scroll, but the crossbow is just a
I am
bog
yours
standard
to command,
crossbow.
listening.
Okay, let's.
I won't let you down.
People are in the way. A very low level encounter. No need to cross this bit, we can just jump back into the world map here and carry on our way. Okay, so this is effectively the 28th of November.
I need to catch my breath.
Okay. We will camp. Oh, cool. So what kingdom stuff do we have then? Now another day has passed. Alright, so something that's taken me a while to realise, these Roman numerals actually give you the number of the month. So this is the 29th of the 11th month, and this is the 1st of the 1st month. Cassil might be able to deal with that, but we've got a solid month to get somebody working on that. That'll be up in 2 days. That'll be up in 6. Those are events. Okay, cool. Right. So, we need to improve from rank 1 to rank 2. Another, or from rank 0. Okay. Okay, yeah. So we had an event. Yeah, let's return to the capital. I mean, I want to explore along here. There's South Nile March and adding that in and exploring further here and all sorts going on. Alright, go do some shopping. And selling a bit of stuff up, of course. Right, to my market square. The first thing is offer, because that will just allow us to get rid of that trash. Shock short sword +1. No one's using that. A masterwork great axe. Actually, no, I don't want to sell that. Any masterwork weapons or composite bows? They go in first. Some of these are a bit situational, but where they're needed, they're good. Although these two are definitely less useful these days. What are you wearing, dear? Woodlands Aegis. 5 armor class, 15% arcane spell failure chance. Four armor class, 10% spell failure chance. Less armor class. Half plate armor. Non-magical. Breastplate +2. And chainmail +2. That's £30. That's £40. Probably want to keep. Okay. That we might use because it will lighten Amiri's burdens. Some of this stuff, to be honest with you, we're keeping around in case anyone else comes along, because I do expect that to happen. Right. Got some cold iron weapons I wouldn't like. I've got 30,000 gold pieces. So those could be useful. They are definitely a factor. Full play. Very nice. That's it for there. See what Hasufa's got. Again, a cold iron dagger. Lucky longbow. Some of these are things I actually sold to Hasuf. Protection +2. Called a Stubborn Fury. Ooh. Amiri. I'm guessing that would replace that. Yes, it would. Headband of Inspired Wisdom. Okay. It's a phylactery of Positive Channeling. Okay, just seeing if anyone... Xavier would benefit from that. But she's not a frontline fighter. So, really, not looking like anyone... I've got a bag of holding. Now we need to clear some of this stuff out. Okay. And final merchant, but she's primarily just scrolls. I've sold a few other bits and pieces to her. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go to my throne room. There is a merchant in here that I wasn't aware of. I need to sell some stuff to. Alright, let's talk to some of the people in here. Man standing before you resembles an elf but a very old one. His face is wrinkled and his beard is as white as melted snow. The man seems to be completely blind. The old man stares past you with unseeing eyes. He seems to be consumed in his thoughts. He mutters a soft melody, swaying back and forth slightly to its rhythm. The man shudders briefly and stops singing. His mouth opens and closes a few times, bringing to mind a fish pulled ashore. "Ah, who is there? Is that you, your grace? Who are you?" "I'm an elf from Keonen." Okay. My name is not important. I am a storyteller, collector of stories. I collect unknown legends of ancient times. Long ago I was a smith in Keonen. Fire of the forge has burned out my eyes, but I'm grateful for it. If I could see how we jet forged suits of armour the edge was guard. Instead I've stepped on the path of an adventure and gatherer of ancient legends. Okay. Many peoples are long dead, so their homes crumble to dust and their bodies turn to ash. Only legends can still tell us of their triumphs and defeats. It's always been drawn to the stolen lands, where indeed there has been a lot of history. Okay. I am an elf and an old one, yes. I keep stories of many people. Wow. Being kept alive by some incomprehensible force, perhaps. Till it was me. Oh, really? Would you care to trade stories? I'm a collector, not a trader. If I share a story with you, you receive the power to pass it further. Can I be certain you will keep my stories intact in absolute purity? Okay. Oh. Come from era's past, bring them to me, and if my eyes can see the stories these relics hold, I will gladly share them with you. Right, so there's a load of relics I've got. I need a wise advisor in the court. Would you like to serve me in matters of state? But my advice regarding the magic of the arts would be useful to any rulers. Right. May I? Okay, so let's start doing this. You gathered all the fragments of the necklace of double crosses. They can fit into my hand. They carry an inglorious story. Allow me to tell tales as I restore it. I expect the story will amuse you and perhaps even give you some food for thought. Okay, so I found that. I've also found the shards of the Trailblazer home. The helmet if we forged such a helm would serve you well. It would also share its story with us. That I would gladly take up the smith's hammer once more. Find the remainder of the 10 shards and bring them to me. That's not complete yet. And there's the Forest Knight's braces. I would be honoured to restore the artifact for you. It would serve you well for a long time and we could uncover their story. Again, there are 10 shards. Shards of the Ring of Reckless Courage, it would seem. Yeah. Okay, if you find the rest of the 12 shards, restore the necklace of double crosses. Storyteller holds the pieces of metal carefully in his hands. I shall begin. Not every legend speaks of heroic feats. Some tell of atrocities and wicked things. I will breathe my gift into this necklace that it may tell you something of itself. Right, so have I acquired something new? I'm just looking to see. Oh wait, necklace of double crosses. This amulet grants its wearer a +4 bonus to trickery, stealth and mobility skill checks. Their melee attacks deal 2d6 sneak attack damage. When an ally moves away from the wearer in battle, the amulet forces the wearer to make an attack of opportunity against that ally. So very much a double-edged sword, because my frontline melee fighters are quite strong. And although an extra 2d6 damage from them would be good, however the +4 to trickery, stealth and mobility checks could easily work very well with Octavia. Who has +22 trickery. So to be honest with you, I don't think she really needs it. And she does on rare occasion end up in melee fights, and she already is an accomplished sneak attacker. Having her sneak attack someone could be really bad. So I think we will hold off on reconstructing that one. A coin from a non-existent country. When Coral the Conqueror mastered Rostland, having claimed it for Brevoy, he prohibited the issuance and use of such coins. Both ordinary folk and the Eldori soil laws were required to use new coins decorated with Coral's profile, but no one was quick to be rid of these prohibited coins, I'll know. Aha. Cool. Oh, the symbol of Torak. The children of stone wear such pendants as protective talisman. Okay. And this is what I hear: the voice of trees, smell the scent of fresh leaves. A dryad mark. Okay. Ancient plain looking coin. What was the name of the Coloran ruler who issued this coin? Does anyone remember now? What did the Cyclopses use it to purchase? Ancient Cyclops Empire. Hmm. Okay. The soldier doesn't ask where the banners of war are headed, so this will be the dog tags that I've been collecting. Drowned sea. Okay. These items once belonged to a dwarven smith and they wish to tell us their story, but too much has been lost, too much forgotten. Turn them to me as soon as you can. Tell me about the drowned trees. I hear rowlocks creaking, river water splashing, bushes rustling and arrows singing through the air. I feel an invincible will, a cold resolution to finish what's been started no matter the cost. My chain armour clings to my body and my young hand grips a sword tightly. I am the leader of a group of brave souls set off to the stolen lands to clear them from bandits once and for all. Ah. We sail on a large freight boat. It serves as bait for the bandits who keep throwing themselves out only to find death. Time to time we manage to capture a prisoner. While our Inquisitor talks to them, I go to the stern, shutting my ears to their cries. Uh-huh. There have always been so many bandits in the stolen land. The land swarms with them and we meet them more often than common merchants. You see, we started the rumour that the Aldori Swordlords are using the boat to sneak treasures out of the country. Now half the gangs in the area are hunting us. Why do you question the prisoners? The bandits attacking our boat a small fry. We're looking for the main lair, the place known as the Drowned Trees. We seek the leader of the bandits, an underwater monster named Dargut Droon, and will not leave without his head. Who is in your group? Paladin, a ranger, a sorceress, a priestess, an inquisitor, and me, a fighter, all experienced combatants. Over and over we've saved each other's lives in times of need. Oh, please continue. At night, it seems, a whole army is attacking our boat. Far too many for us to fend off, but luckily we don't have to. While they battle monsters we have summoned in a pitch-black magical darkness, we drink the potions we prepared and dive under the water. The scum break into the hull, but instead of treasure they find their final surprise, the work of a Restovic alchemist, a trap. A dozen barrels of highly explosive oils. We watch from a safe distance as the boat is blown to pieces in a deafening explosion. Everything has gone according to plan. The more who die here, the fewer we will meet in the Drowned Trees. We march through the forest and then camp to regain our strength. Their nest is close. Our Inquisitor discovered everything, even the location of their secret entrance. Today we rest, tomorrow the Bandit King will draw his final breath. Okay, well, what kind of secret entrance? An underwater path winding along the swamp bottom. We had potions to breathe freely underwater. We couldn't see beyond our outstretched arms in the muddy water. There were plenty of traps along the way, but the Inquisitor learned all of the signs that marked the safe passage. At least we believed she did. Even if you sneak in, how are you going to handle them all? Each of us is worth 2 dozen in battle. Besides, we are well prepared. A lot of fire, eh? Trudge through the muddy waters. Suddenly a giant log studded with blades falls from above. Ooh, so they lost the paladin. The next moment a monstrous creature emerges from the darkness, a twisted cross between fish and monkey. That's the Inquisitor gone. It's the king of the bandits, Dargut Droon. The bandit we captured did not lie, but the secret passage he spoke of led right into the underwater lair of his master. I bury my terror deep in my soul. There is no time for weakness. There are only 4 of us left and we are grasping for air by the time the freak's lifeblood stains the water. We leave the beheaded body on dry land and then retreat in cover. Only now I allow my hands to tremble, my breath to race unbidden, my tears to flow. What kind of monster was this Dargut Droon? Say he was once a normal human, but he offended a powerful fae. She cursed him, turning him into a monster, but one bestowed with the abilities to breathe underwater and melt human flesh with his touch. With these powers he became the Bandit King. Did you find anything useful? Oh yes, the Bandit King was a true collector of magical items. We lost 2 of our friends, but what we found there would help us finish what we started. So the bandit wanted to set you up, but he played right into your hands? You could say so. Dargot Druin didn't expect an armed party to appear there before him, but we too were unprepared for the encounter. The bandits lie cost both sides dearly. The next night we returned the same way. We swam up to the surface and quietly gathered our bearings. Above us loomed the drowned trees, enormous dead trunks emerging from the water, and bridges crisscrossing their branches. The area is filled with the sounds of battle. Having lost their king, the bandits now battle each other for power, and we're ready to join the fight. We leave at dawn. Behind us, smoke rises up in the sky. The bandit nest smoulders and blazes. Only 2 of us remain, the priest and I. We've won, but this victory tastes of ash. Cinders and swamp ooze, I ask him. Tell me, Isvanki, was it worth it? He puts his hands on my shoulder and says, yes, Jamandi. Now the stolen lands will be ours. I wish I believed him. Jamandi could be Jamandi Aldori, Sword Lord who gave us this quest in the first place. Interesting. Thus the expedition to the drowned trees comes to an end. I must admit it was no easy feeling for me to stand in the place of this daring woman. The steel of her soul was colder than ice. Wait, is this the story of Jamandi Aldori? But she's still alive. She is. Some people become legends in their own lifetime. Jamandi has performed many glorious feats, and there may yet be more ahead. If she once cleared the stolen lands of bandits, why must we do it all over again? The death of Dargot Druin and the destruction of the drowned trees weakened the bandits, but not for long. The paladin who died was a noble. It was he who was supposed to claim the stolen lands and send in his troops. While Jamandi sought another candidate or priest capable of performing a resurrection ritual, a new bandit leader emerged in the destroyed fortress on the banks of the Tuskwater. Within the year, the stolen lands were swarming with gangs once more. So that would explain the rise of the Stag Lord, who we killed. Thank you for the story. The stories are amazing. I gained this gift after I lost... I gained this gift after I lost my eyes. When you touch relics, I can feel the thoughts and emotions of those who previously owned them. Emotions are strong enough, I can even see the events. No, I'm not going to go over that story again. Remind me, what is it you want? In your travels, pay special attention to items from ancient eras. Okay. So that will have considerably lightened my inventory. Five, 6, 7, 8, so 2 of them perhaps. Maybe 3 of them.
I'm there.
Oh. God. There's the storyteller. And here are my advisors. If anyone has anything to say to me?
How may I serve you, Your Grace? Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else. And I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya, so I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile.
Oh.
Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love. Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
I'll see you later.
How may I serve you, Your Grace? I believe I can manage to uphold the law. Being a warden would suit me well.
Basil, how are you? Is there anything to add? Casil, I thank you for the faith you've placed in me. Okay. Ooh. And rest off, I spent nearly as much time. Okay, so... Aldori Blood. In the beginning, Brevoy was 2 independent lands. This is important because the politics here is going to play out in a civil war. These people were too cruel and proud to simply stand by and watch their neighbours prospered. Okay, so there was a lot of strife until Quarrel the Conqueror turned up and put an end to it. Only one side knelt willingly. Okay, the Sword Laws. So, yeah. So the Baron was the first Sword Lord. Okay, the Eldori. This is the main politics. Siltorbis and the Eldori are different in nature and spirit. There is water and stone, a snake and an eagle. When Quarrel the Conqueror came to our lands, the Siltorbis didn't even attempt to defend themselves. They gave up the crown in exchange for positions of power in the new court along with the safety of their lands. The Eldori went to war and lost. I dare not even say valiantly lost. The damage inflicted on Rostland's armies by the Red Dragons of Quarrel the Conqueror, well, it was a slaughter, a crushing defeat. Even with 2 centuries of effort, the Eldori and Rostland have yet to fully recover. For 2 centuries we fought for survival where the Siltorbis have flourished and grown stronger at the side of the throne. Needless to say now that King Oleski Siltorba and his sister Attila rule over Brevoy, our relationship hasn't improved. Hiya Fabio! The Siltorbis fear the Eldori and the Eldori don't trust the Siltorbis. That's the current situation. What about the River Kingdoms? In times past they were little more than a nest of bandits. Frankly, that hasn't really changed. All the kingdom's pitax, which is a problem for us, is probably of the greatest interest. King Iravetti rose to power too quickly and too easily. I would recommend your grace take great caution with him. More about you. See. Orfork, yeah. Aha. Okay. So he met Jamali. Okay. So he's not really an orc at all. That'll do.
How may I serve you,
Your
grace?
What services do you offer? Okay, so when we're in a settlement, or this settlement, I can cast any cleric scroll, even if I don't have a cleric in the party.
What exactly would you like? My story? Why not?
Priest of
You
Erastil.
deserve to know. Rebellion and suspicion are the pillars of Galt. Led by Erastil, I tried to guide my flock to embrace tranquility and balance, and my misdeeds
grace.
cast a shadow over my life and service. In search of redemption and a balm for my soul, I took to the road. I had come nearly to despair.
Wow,
when
we're rebuilding the
Erastil
temple
sent me
after
a
having
vision
cleared it
of the
out.
Temple of the Elk. Well, if you truly wish to know, I'll have to start from the long time back. One evening, a traveler came to our tavern, tattered and dirty from days on the road, like so many others. Led by Providence, I left to gather my flock, and we surrounded the tavern. The retribution.
Before he was a werewolf, but he was a bandit.
Swift. However, I was tragically mistaken. The young man was no werewolf. He was a bandit, sent to spy on the village by one of the local gangs. We only found out after, when we went through. Indeed. I remind myself of this every day when I awaken, and again when I go to sleep. I, who admonished my... Whatever the case, I knew Erastil was no longer... and so I left and traveled far, seeking myself, and a way back into the favor of the stag god. And thus... I found you, your grace, and thus Erastil has returned to me. For that blessing, I shall be forever grateful to you. For
can tell about
some,
your
it's a
homeland.
land of freedom, where power belongs to the people, not to lords or kings. For me, I found Galt a violent place. Crowds eager to lynch a stranger. For me, it is a place inhabited by the frightened and the desperate, always suspicious, watchful of trickery. All too often they are deaf. As you wish. Of
Tell me about
course,
Erastil.
it would be my pleasure. Erastil is one of the eldest gods of Golarion. His faith emerged when the first people appeared upon the land. Tell that to the peasant robbed of all he owns, spending his night in the gutter, hoping to live to see the sunrise. I'm
Okay,
glad to
don't-
hear you agree. These days, many are deaf to the wisdom of The word demand does not befit the stag god. Honesty and friendship, loving families, merry weddings, and newborn children in their mother's arms, they bring a smile to Erastil's face. He loves his people and rewards them with fortunate hunts and plentiful harvests. But he has no temper for sloth and vanity.
I like
He
Erastil.
I see it more clearly every day. Erastil himself led me to meet you. Your keen spirit will serve you well. I am happy to help. Everything is all well, Your Grace.
Okay,
I just
he's
keep
my high
forgetting
priest.
The mess it is in the stolen lands, and how troubled are the minds of its people. Sometimes I must listen to such nonsense from my visitors.
Okay, so I can get all sorts there as well. Cool. Right. So, kingdom screen. Don't have anything new. Actually, we will just save the game at this point. But we may not have anything new. However, we will soon. Right. I've saved the game. I'm just looking. Okay, it's the morning of the 29th. I want to go to the Verdant Chambers next. I haven't been, but I have to go on my own. Although there are ways of doing that which will leave me less at risk. However, in the meantime, let us rest. Right. Aha! Okay, Bokken has brought me some stuff. He's my alchemist, he makes potions and such like and delivers them. That will be useful. Thank you, Bokken. Right. That will end in 5 days. That will end in 1 day. And I'm going to want to get that going. Get that going now. Support the treasurer. Support the councillor. Those would rank stuff up. Trade agreement. Plus 2 build points per week. Could be good. Research into the nature of curses. We don't have anyone for that. The advisors. Aha. Ah, okay. So we do have new advisors. Okay, so I can swap an advisor, but only when they're not doing something. So Amiri would be a better general, but Kasil is a more reasonable chap for the office of general, I feel. I'll look at the alternatives there, or there. And we've got no new positions. Could take the Nar marches. The problem with those is it takes 14 days in which I have to be in the capital. I don't want to spend all that time. There's my rank ups. Economy, training, the curses. The curses. Tartuk requires 60 days. Genetannison requires 45 days. Davik Nettle, and that one is outstanding. Okay. How long is it till the ancient first part 2? 63 days. Right. Skip a day. Right. There was a nasty rumour going round. The advisors people managed to denounce the rumours and cast its makers as drunken slackers and big mouths who have nothing better to do. Okay, cool. That'll be done in 4 days. Christian would be good there, but he's the only option here. So you get to do that. I need to go and do other things. The Temple of the Elk is 14 days away. Restoration of the Talda Mine is 15. That's still 4 days, and that's 14 days. Rank ups and claiming regions all require me. I don't even have the funds for that one. Right, I reckon I can get to the Verdant Chambers. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a full party. We don't need harem. So we'll take that good gentleman. Ooh. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Pizza Maid. Lovely to see you. That's much appreciated. And as you've probably guessed, this is the game I mentioned to you yesterday. So we want to get here. When I get close, I'm going to have to send the rest of the party back. Hello! Good to see you again. Yes, so this is all based on the Pathfinder system, which if you've played any of the D&D type games, you may well be familiar with. A lot of standard D&D concepts apply. I am building a barony. There's politics going on. There's an ancient curse. And this is my character, who is a ranger. And we're currently setting out, I think, we want to be back in our kingdom in 4 days, because that's when the next kingdom events will happen. So this game is a combination RPG and kingdom management game. Although, if the kingdom management side of things doesn't appeal, you can set it to auto, in which case you won't fail anything, but you won't get any critical successes either. So let me just... Those are... It's the events. So my treasurer will finish with this in 4 days. So I want to be back here, or at least within the bounds of my kingdom in 4 days. So I can give them new instructions. Right. Well past time. I went there, but I'm not going to travel across the kingdom and into the wilderness on my own. That's a good way to get dead if I get attacked by the wrong things. So we'll do a little bit of exploration. Actually, second day of the 12th month, so 2nd of December in our timeline. Oh, level up Tristan. So as I said, this may well be very, very familiar to you. It's basically D&D, and Tristan is a cleric, although he's a type of prestige or type of cleric, basically. Ooh. At 8th level, you can give a weapon you touch the holy special weapon quality for a number of rounds equal to half your level. That could be useful. So, you also get... Right. This is where I need to check something. So as part of the kingdom management, certain people, some of whom can also be members of your party, have to make skill checks to pass certain tests for the kingdom. And those skill tests will be based off of a particular attribute. The better that is, and any associated skill, the better that they can help you manage the kingdom. So see if I can advisor stat bonuses. So the regent, councillor. Okay. So Tristan is my councillor, which is a good choice because he's a cleric, and that means that his kingdom checks are done against wisdom. It's already very high. We've got 1 attribute point. It would be nice just to remove that. So we're going to say that he's buffed up a little bit. Oh, and skill checks. Right. Well, knowledge, religion. Let's see. I wonder. Ah, that'll do. He's much more of a knowledge character. Although persuasion is not a bad thing either. He does a lot of talking. Cool. Okay, that's Tristan. So this is the world map. So you can see this is the bit that we're looking at, and my kingdom basically, or barony to be honest, extends here, but potentially quite a lot of all of this. And in Act 1, and I think there's about 6 acts in this, we help the nymph. And the nymph has suggested I come to her chambers. So I'm going to go and see the nymph. But I have to come alone. However, we have a fight. So if you... I'm sure this looks pretty familiar to you. Okay, so... Snow? Well, it is December, so... Right, so myself and Ikondo, or Akan, are rangers. Octavia is our thief mage. Tristan is our cleric. We have a barbarian and a Miri. Dog, who looks as to be bigger than a dire wolf, and our frontline fighter. Oh, and we're dealing with a Hydra. So it's not going to be some low-level bandits this time. Although 5 hit dice Hydra. All the stats will probably be familiar to you as well. Hit points, fast healing. Every round it will regain 5. Armor class. It's got quite a number of attacks. Okay, it's not as strong as my party, but it's no slouch.
Tear them apart! Let's finish them quick.
Let me just check something. Yeah, I thought so. You're on not using your bow.
I grant you death.
No, no, no! Sorry, I just screwed up there.
Hide from me.
Right. And it's dead. My party's basically set up to use several teamwork feats and sneak attacks, so they do a lot of damage. Hydra, a cooking ingredient. Okay. Dog's okay, it's just Ikondo who managed to get himself hurt because I screwed up. Heal down 9 hit points.
Share
Christian.
your troubles.
Spells, first level. You're like these. Yeah, that my party is 7th level. That was a 5 hit dice monster. I have walked into places and come across monsters far higher level than me and backed out carefully. So but the team did good. Although what kind of recipe requires a Hydra eye, I'm not entirely sure I want to eat it. Cool.
I need to catch my breath.
Okay, people are becoming fatigued, so we need to camp. So the campaign screen, we assign people roles, and because I've changed the makeup of my party, I need to give Ekin something to do. That's +1. Right, slightly increased movement speed. I don't have much luck with the cooking. Make us some sausages, Tristan. Okay. Haha, we got sausages. Yay. Give us some temporary hit points over the following 12 hours. Right. I don't want to enter there just yet. I want to explore a little bit. Okay. So there's an abandoned mage tower which we can claim to get bonuses to our kingdom. Sunny hillock. A rocky hammock. Warm and sunny on clear days, laughter and songs can sometimes be heard from seemingly invisible forest dwellers out basking in the sunlight. The locals stay away from it and travellers try to pass it as quickly as possible, clutching their weapons and praying to their gods all the while. Well, we know that the Fae are definitely a thing in this campaign, so we won't go in there. Now I wanted to be getting back to my kingdom about now. Go and do the next bit of kingdom management. So
I need to catch my breath.
we will camp again. Now that's changed the group, which we're going to do in a moment. What I've done is I need to go into there alone, but I didn't want to travel across the kingdom and run into that Hydra on my own. So I brought some, no sausages. I brought some guards with me. But now I need to send them away. So I'm hoping and that hasn't worked. No. Okay, well we can't do the chambers. We need to head back towards the kingdom. That's a pity. I need to do something with my inventory. What we got this time? And I ain't showing just yet. Right, save the game. Yeah, it's changed things around because of what I tried to do. So we'll just get this right.
Blood for Gorum!
A venom hydra. Right. Christian. I need you to cast Lay Poison Communal. Centered on Val.
Let us strike as one.
In the meantime, Well, that was even faster. So, Ellen Hydra attacks the dog with bite. Is the dog okay? Few hit points lost, but no poisons or anything showing. Yeah, so Venom by Hydra bit dog. And then myself and Amiri basically mullered it. Fair enough. More Hydra eyes. Wonderful. Right. I need to go and give Jubilos something to do, so we need to get back within the boundaries of the kingdom itself.
I need to catch my breath.
Two of them are fatigued, so we will camp. I need to look at cooking. Right. So, we had a problem. Key thing in kingdom management is you have problems and opportunities, and you have other kinds of projects. Problems are something to watch out for, because if you don't resolve them, they cause you issues. Whereas opportunities, you lose an opportunity if you don't deal with something with them, but you don't get a penalty if you don't do something with them. Okay, so have we dealt with this half-elf? I don't think we actually... I think Jubilost failed on this one again. This is the second time he's tried this and he failed. Okay, this one ends in 4 days. It's the 11th of the 12th month. So, problem. Okay, so a doomsayer scares the townsfolk. I've got to go back to the capital then. An interesting article awaits me in the throne room. Right. Let's go back to the throne room. Some things only I can deal with. Oh, God. Looks to be puzzled and amused at the same time. Your Grace, I have brought you an extremely unusual message. It is, how should I put it, an essay on your barony, written by Jubilus Narfopple and published only recently. I thought you might like to see it yourself. Okay. The Jubilos is actually my treasurer and a pain. Okay. Now what have we got? Judging by his flared nostrils and furrowed brow, something has upset Jahod greatly. Your Grace, I have here one of your subjects. He goes by the name Remus. Okay. We caught him spreading false prophecies, sowing fear among your people. The old man before you is clad in tattered rags, his grey hair and beard are filthy and matted. Judging by the smell, he's not bathed in some times, perhaps years, and you have to fight the urge to cover your nose. Oblivious, the old man picks at his beard in silence as if trying to catch lice. You're not certain he even knows where he is. As if that wasn't enough, Erastil, forgive my words, prophet blasphemed against the deities, proclaiming we must bow to some false god. At the mention of God, the old man shudders and his eyes go wild, almost feverish. The goddess will rise from the forests, from the swamps. You've cut down her trees and drained her marshes, but she will take no more of this. Fall to your knees and repent, and she will grant you a swift death. That sounds just lovely. But Grace, you have to deal with this madman. I'm the only sane person in this city, this hideous, ugly city. Stone buildings claw into the soil and think themselves safe, but the sky shall open, the earth shall tremble, and this city shall crumble beneath its pride. Okay, so Jahod is not happy. And another world shall swallow the ugly city and its careless dwellers, and only the rain shall weep for the emptiness left in their place. We've already met just outside of Oleg's trading post, remember? Remus doesn't seem to remember. Okay. Do I have to decide his fate? His fate. Various alignment opportunities. Talk about the prophecy. What is this other world you speak of, and what will happen to this city? A different world, fierce and wild, where mountains impale the sky, where rivers change direction, where the very trees talk to the stars. The wild world will consume this city, shaping its own image. It will be the end of all. How do you know about that? The goddess showed it to me in my visions. She whispered about a beautiful new world. Told me she would heal nature's wounds, but I don't want it. We must be stopped. Sacrifices, we must offer up sacrifices, goats or cows or horses. That'll be enough. It must be enough. Okay, now I have played the tabletop manual, so I do know a bit more about what's going on here. Tell me about this goddess. I would know more about her. Her fury is like a river after a storm, her voice thunder in a summer sky. Yes. Okay. So, potentially a way out. So an angry goddess will lay our city to waste before we drained her swamp. Because we drained her swamp, she must be a petty goddess indeed. She takes part in the affairs of mortals even on such insignificant occasions. Perhaps you simply had a dream and it merely seemed real. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to succeed at this check, but... And I did. So skill checks are a D20, so effectively you generate a random number from 1 to 20 and you add a skill. My skill was plus 11 and the difficulty was 25, so the odds were not in my favour. But... Okay, so I may have convinced poor Remus that what he's saying is a lie. Praise be Erastil, is that a glimpse of reason? I thank you, Your Grace. You have turned this poor man towards the light. Good. I don't want to be being too heavy-handed. That went well. Right. Any other kingdom stuff going on? The document was read and sent to the archives. Okay. And the visitors met with the Baron. Yep. Fair enough. Events. Hands of gold. I could put Casil on that. I could have Casil on this, but then I have to spend 14 days in the Baronry. Can't do that one yet. That would be potentially good. He's doing Wise Man, which runs for 3 more days. Now research into curses. He's still rebuilding the temple. which is 3 days. Right, we're gonna maybe try and either do Candlemere or get some of these mushrooms. Yeah. I like both of those options. The seal, hands of gold. Oh, start the event, please. He is 3. Trade agreement with Mega Barn. Okay. I want to get that underway.
Weapons, spells, poisons.
Right. Cannot travel, the inventory weight is too great. If I sell up, will I be able to do it? Main square. I need to go and see the nymph, and I need to find some mushrooms for Beldain.
I do what I must.
There we go. I'm carrying around some stuff that I don't really need to. So yeah, I'm overloaded. Ah, okay, so I'm not that badly overloaded. So actually, if I go to characters inventory, she can't wear heavy armor. She could wear that. Let's give her that then. Secundo's medium. That's medium. It doesn't really do much in the way of spells. Would give him +1 armor class. Dex. It won't actually improve his armor class because of the dex penalty. Yeah. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to sell a couple of bits amongst the armors. That's cool. So that means I can travel on my own, so we can go and do what I was trying to do before. Right. So we will repeat my previous attempt which was to take some guards with me and then leave them behind just outside the nymph's chambers. Or I could just try and do it myself. Well, we've saved, so why not? Just me. She did say come alone. So we've just got to make it across there. It'll take 1 day and 11 hours. Then we can take a party back to the mud bowl and try and get these mushrooms I'm after. Try to avoid. I successfully evaded them. Oh, I haven't done that before because I've always been with the party. So I've always just said, sod it, I'll fight.
Adventures can wait.
I wouldn't suggest doing what I was doing, travelling all that way, because actually it messes you up a bit. Oh, I'm going too far. That's the place I want to go. Right, one thing I want to do. I'm currently wearing the necklace of the Eternal Hunter that I was given by the nymph for helping her that. So let's make sure I am wearing that as I arrive here.
I'm off.
Now, I did come here before with a party and it would not let me pass these doors. It told me point blank that I couldn't have the party with me. Right. Let's see what happens here. It's been an age since I sorted this out. Several months have passed since I took out the Stag Lord. Wow. Thank you.
I'm there.
So lots of, as I move around, pressing tab and also checking on the map in case anything gets flagged up. This is an ancient dwarven place. Whoa. Okay. Well now. Trap temporarily drains 9 levels. Wow. I may definitely not be meant to be here. Right, we're going to try that once again in case there is some way that I can avoid that, but I suspect I'm not supposed to be here. I don't see any choice. I'm going to trigger this trap again.
In due time. My skills are absolute.
Okay. A just reward. In defeating the Stag Lord, we not only completed the Ardori's task but saved a beautiful nymph, guardian of the bloom, who no one besides our daring leader had seen. A well-deserved reward awaits our hero. Okay, so her chambers is at an old tree grown inside the ruins in the middle of the woods. And Lindsay's sort of saying that... Okay, so she's not in here.
I'm
Well,
there.
this is interesting, but also incredibly dangerous. I suspect I need to explore more out here. I certainly do.
I do what I must. I'm off.
That is probably where the nymph's chambers are. I was going to guess. I was going to the wrong place. You can see here there are skill checks to get past certain bits. So that would lead down to there.
That life ends here.
Yay! So, some wolves. Right.
This will hurt.
Cool.
You should have run. Strike! My masterpiece!
I'm quite liking this. I often do this on this character. I'm mainly an archer. Ooh. I can skin the walls, but who are you? Potion of invisibility. Piece of sky metal. Interesting. It's an interesting little location. Okay, we can't go into the water. It'd probably be absolutely freezing. Okay, so...
Ugh, what a failure.
Oh! Took a bit of damage there. Right, let's try and see if this could perhaps be a nymph's tree. What have we got here then? Token of the Dryad and Here we go. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, you did come. And alone, just as I asked. No, my loyal hound, that the brightest flowers are also the most poisonous.
Right, so I helped you. There's no honor in attacking me. I cannot guess why you'd wish to feed me to a pack of monsters. Was there a single word of truth in anything you told me earlier?
A lie? No, no. Like a snake wrapped in its sloughing skin, I show you something that is long gone. But I remember. I remember who I was. I remember who I wanted to become. Why am I telling you all this? You are nothing. Just another step on the ladder I must climb. You will perish like so many before you, and I'll forget you by the next dawn. How many times have I seen countries and kingdoms arise from the dust, only to fall into dust once more? Thus will it be with your barony. For what is a barony without its baron? This is how it must be. The stolen lands will remain no one's, die or run. There is nothing you can change.
Wow.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
What have we got? Young Hydra. Ferocious Manticore. And the Owlbear. Right. Switch to the bow for the moment. And let's cast that. Right, I should have... sort of powering up here while it tries to fight me. Right. I do a lot of damage with that bow. Potion of cure serious wounds. On me, please. Survive. That's the next stage of the quest. Survive. Why, thank you. Damned nymph. Let's a rod of leaden blades. And we'll have that. Those are all cure. That's cure mods. Right, so the cure mod on me. Cool. Have any burning flasks with there? Cool. Where did the other beasties go? I would choose the latter. Save. Let's see. Can we get back up on this wall? Yes, that's why this is here. So that you can try and do this.
Impossible! No!
Do it again. Get up on that wall.
Impossible!
check result 13 difficulty. Worth one more go.
Ugh, what a failure.
Right. Bit more healing then. We're not going up onto the wall that way. Potion of Vanish. Potion of Blur. 20% mischance. We also have that Potion of Invisibility. That'll last 10 minutes a level. That'll last 1 minute a level. It's down the Potion of Heroism. Then let's use Dead Blades on me if I have to go for melee. And then let's turn invisible.
The shadows.
Right. There was a manticore and an owlbear. Where are they? There's the owlbear.
Don't hold back!
Did I just launch an attack? Yes, that would attack if I did that. Ferocious Manticore. Can I get across here and up onto the wall? So I fancy defeating both of these beasties. We'll save that there. What's this? A red cap. A neutral evil fae.
I'm there. Interesting.
Stay away from the traps. Yikes!
There's something here. In due time.
Frankly, I would like to destroy all of her servants here.
Follow if you dare.
Right.
This will be quick.
Yeah. It's triggered. Damage reduction 10, exceptions cold iron, and I don't have cold iron.
This will hurt.
With the shadows.
You should have run.
Why aren't I attacking it? That's because that's in effect.
Strike.
One with the shadows.
Yeah, this is not going to be good. Okay, we are getting through this thing. I definitely need to be carrying cold iron from now on. It's almost done.
This wound, my gift to you! I am your end! Oh!
It's time to get through.
This strike, my masterpiece!
Right.
Don't hold back!
This may end poorly.
This will hurt!
Right.
This wound, my gift to you!
Let's get myself back up.
You should have run! I am your end!
Okay. Come on. Finally. Save. Right. Let's go back to arrows.
A trivial task.
Alright, we could make an escape from here.
Ha! A trivial task.
I'm too bloody minded.
Interesting.
I see. More traps have been laid.
Strike!
Whoa. I've just realised what level that is.
Their life ends here!
Yeah, I probably just made a terrible, terrible mistake. Terrible, terrible mistake indeed.
I still got it.
Yeah, no, it's going to take me out.
Could this happen?
Load last save, please. Right. We have one potion of visibility left. We need to flee.
Interesting.
Wow.
One with the shadows. There's something here. Their life ends here. Ah!
Can I get away? Still? Don't think I can.
No! How could this happen?
Okay. Ouch. Use that.
One with the shadows. Interesting. In due time. Their life ends here. Oh!
Yeah.
I still got it. How could this
Yeah.
happen?
Ouch. Now I understand more about
One with the shadows.
how this area is set up.
In due time.
A lot of things now make sense that didn't make sense before. Okay, I probably shouldn't have come down here. But just in case I can get out this way.
Ends here. How could this happen?
Yeah. This is painful. It's really cool, but it's painful. Right. We go back over
What a
here.
failure.
Right. Load game. Load from there. We've got to get back across.
Ugh, what a failure.
Okay. Load game. This time from here.
Their life ends here. This will hurt. Interesting.
Try loading from there.
In due time.
Right, at this point we have 2 potions of invisibility. Let's try that.
One with the shadows. Impossible! Oh! That was easy. I'm there.
Right. So we're going to have to sneak out. There it is. I'm going to have to follow it.
I do what I must. Interesting. I'm off. A trivial task.
We snuck away. Bye bye. Too tough for me. Treachery has been revealed. Another level of range, please. Definitely a point in dex. In terms of my skills, persuasion, knowledge world, favoured terrain. plains. Right. Cool. Let's get out of here. We are betrayed.
Adventures can wait.
Yowza. Well, you got there in the end. That was unexpected and tougher than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's see what's happening in the kingdom. Promising magician and scientist. Aha! Cool. Well done. Excellent. High Priest seeks your advice. That's in the throne room. The mysterious Swede. So the treasurer is busy with that trade agreement. And the trade agreement ends in 12 days. The councillor is 3. The general is busy with Hands of Gold, which ends in 11 days. Let's go back to the throne room.
Adventures can wait.
Bad news, Your Grace. A number of foul idols have been seen around your new capital. They don't belong to any god known to me, and strange loners seem drawn to them, which only gives me greater concern. It's just we tear them down and be done with it. Who knows what evil still lingers in the stolen lands from the old times. In any case, they certainly don't belong here. Grind them. Okay. Ancient told on Mike still be used to us. Excellent. Ancient tradition. Rank up. Support the high priests. Hope I've made the right choices there. Because we're going to do that one. Cool. Hands of Gold, that was completed successfully. Invitation to the Folk Festival was completed okay. Trade agreement with Migovan has been signed. I can claim the Cane lands. I wish to discuss an urgent matter. The visitor waits at the castle. The caravan is settling. Let's go to the throne room. William Gunderson, a plump man in his 30s approaches you. His hair is untidy, road dust covers his worn clothes, and his boots have seen better days. The stranger speaks to you in an unusually high-pitched voice. Your Grace, I demand justice. Crime in the barony is on the rise. The man shakes his clenched fist and drops his hand helplessly. In open daylight I was tricked, robbed, and if that weren't enough, humiliated. A gang of local thugs tricked me into trusting them. They found out about my possessions and disappeared with my treasures. I sent them to the island on Candlemere some time ago and they just vanished into thin air. I beg you, find these scoundrels and retrieve my treasure. I will pay a handsome sum to be sure the villains are brought to justice. Who are you? He's a scientist, an explorer and an adventurer and a renowned expert in treasure and artifacts of every era and culture. Okay, Jublos doesn't like him. I see. Yes. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think they've met a bad end. Does sound strange. Talking about some hidden treasure. I was such a fool. I should have realised from the start they had their own agenda. Okay. Yeah. Here's some sacred relics from the temple of an unknown that belong to you by what right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, ghostly lights, that'll be Will of the Wisps. Interesting. I have good news. Your subjects who have until recently held you in distrust now have such faith in you they insist on your final word to settle their disputes, such as the one I bring to you today. Alright, since we're here, we may as well help. The shepherd has come to the capital, begging that you personally resolve a delicate situation. You see, the shepherd is a favourite cow. Please don't laugh. This is important to your subjects. Well, this cow likes to graze in his neighbour's yard. The noble was patient for a while, but then locked the cow in the barn, claiming if I feed the cow, then the milk is mine. shepherd and his neighbour have been quarrelling for 2 days and it's nearly come to blows. Settle their argument for them. After all, you're the Baron. I have no idea who I'd give the cow to. Both sides have reasonable arguments. Return the cow to the shepherd. Right. Yeah. Okay. That ends in 6 days. New settlers. Rank up. We need to do something for military. Curses. What do I have here? "33 days. So I'm not going to be able to level everything up. Right. Tricky. Right. Just occurred to me I might have more spells. I do. Transmutation. Fifth level caster. Right. Spell books. 3rd level. Okay, let's do everyone's level ups. In terms of her skills. Choose spells. Ooh. Elemental body. Interesting. It will definitely take greater invisibility. And a large person mass. And there's a Miri. There'll be another level of barbarian. Keep her simple. Right. Ooh, that could be really useful. That would be very situational. I think that would make more sense long term. Okay, next one. Another level of fighter. Tricky. Probably not much in it in terms of let's just come out of there. Yep, that's fine. Inventory. Wow, the armor you are wearing. Maximum dex is 1. So start building up her strength. Go with those. Greater shield focus. Weapon focus. Greater shield focus. Second. Another level of ranger. That will give you level 2 spells, I do believe. Stay with the things you're good at. Let's make you Highlands because I took Plains. That'll do right now. So actually I need to look in people's spell books for any more spells they may have, which they're going to need to sleep on. Oh. Wait. I haven't finished with the spell books. Christian. Energy communal. Yeah, we're going to need that for what's to come in Candlemere. Right, so let's one for any creature within range. Sort them out later. Right, we need some cold iron weapons now that we have confirmed issues with the Fae. So stock up on all the cold iron weapons we can get.
In due time.
Snowing. Let's see your goods. Make easy to offer. Apoca 51, thank you very much for that raid. That's much appreciated. Welcome. We are playing a little bit of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Which is a D&D based computer RPG basically. I'll say that. Haha. I like it. Hype. Oh, thank you. That's very good of you. Yes, so I'm Silmar, or SilmarUK, because Silmar was taken by someone else. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. Predominantly at the moment what I'm doing is I am playing Elder Scrolls Online, Elite Dangerous and Pathfinder Kingmaker. So I do like my RPGs. I'm doing fine, thank you, Apoca. How's Dragon Quest and everything going? How was your stream? And while I... Ooh. You killed a badass dragon. Nice. Haven't fought a dragon in this yet. I think that would be an incredibly bad idea. We'll take that. Wow, you got him. It took 20 minutes and you killed him with the last action before wipe. Excellent stuff. Nicely done. Yeah, I just had a bit of struggle in this. I got betrayed by somebody and they set a very nasty trap. It was good fun, but yes. Does make things awkward. He wanted to say it was planned. Yeah. Right. So, let's see if I can get this command working. Trying to Nightbot, not yeah, Nightbot's there. Okay. Aha! Helps if I use the right one. I'll change my commands up. Anyone else who might be watching, if you haven't followed Apoca before or taken a look at stream, I would highly recommend it. I have to say the whole Dragon Quest stuff was looks really interesting. Does that mean you've finished the game now, or is there still more to do? Oh, no problem. It's well earned. Right. So we are continuing to build our baronry up in this game. Not even close. Cool. I'm not even halfway through this one. You've saved one village. Yikes. Glaive, heavy crossbow, or troll reaper the axe. Right, we'll worry about the distribution of those weapons another time.
Follow if you
Oh,
dare.
glad it's going all right then, if slow. So yes, we are forming our own baronry in the Stolen Lands. There's lots of political intrigues and civil wars about to kick off. And there's an ancient curse, and the Fae are not happy with me. So all in all, interesting times. We're going to go out and try and collect some mushrooms, of all things, so I can finish off a couple of quests. Do a little bit of exploration. Take things from there. So, and if anyone has any questions on this, please feel free to ask. We're going here for the purpose of getting some mushrooms. However, along the way, we'll do a little exploration. Ah, random encounter. Okay, straight to it. Cultists. 6th level fighter, 2nd level rogue, 3rd level fighter, 2nd rogue, 2nd archer. Right, that one has to go first. The team is, I'm a ranger, and we have another ranger along with his rather large dog pet. front line is Val, who is a fighter and an excellent tank. She's basically assisted by Amiri, who is our barbarian, and the dog. Myself and Ekon at the back are rangers and tend to use bows, but we can both do melee as well. And we have Tristan, our priest, and Octavia, our wizard rogue, who should stick in the middle. Yep, they're... Oh. Okay, they have an owlbear. I hadn't seen that. Everyone there, pile on. Right, Valerie, on there. Oh, Tristan, get here for healing. Oh, cool. It went down. Fantastic. What was the damage? Just Amiri.
Right here, my friend.
Right, let's say... Kill serious if you don't mind, Tristan. Oh, and... Oh yeah, this is a good... I do enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. It is very much based on the D&D Pathfinder's RPG systems, tabletop and such like. So if you've ever played them, the computer game versions or the tabletop, you'll understand a lot of what's going on in the game. Otherwise, you'd want to spend some time looking in the encyclopedia and learning about the mechanics. Cool.
I'm there.
But yeah, it's a good game. I do enjoy it. Composite longbow, I'll take that. Composite shortbow. Well, I have that.
Depend on me. We should move.
Cool. Rangers are both on bows. So, onward to these mushrooms. And exploration. Yes, there's somebody who wants some particular mushrooms and they will probably help us with another quest and so many things to do as well as run a kingdom at the same time. Alright, what's down here? We are... Oh. We could have a hard fight here.
I need to catch my breath.
Right, so 2 of our party members are fatigued. So we are going to camp. It's that one. Just need to see what positions people have got. Christian can do that. Ekon can do that. Miri can do that. I fancy proper meals. Yay! We have dinner and it's not burnt. Alright, so save. And enter. Now this place is really annoying because of the fact that people get nauseated. So, first order of business.
I'm listening.
That's neutralized poison. We want delay poison communal. I don't know if that's going to help, but it might hold off the effects of the nausea. And we're here to pick up these mushrooms, of which we've got to get 10. And there's a big shambling mound type thing up there. At some point we're going to have to fight it.
I do what I must.
So to begin with, we're going to see if we can't get all 10 mushrooms we need without getting into a fight.
It's time to act.
You hear the things stomping. It's over here somewhere. Okay, cool. So we're getting some success. We got 6 of them so far. Already had to sneak out of one place tonight because the trap that was sprung on me was so dastardly. Someone very much wanted me dead earlier.
I shall end this suffering.
Right, here we go. So... we seem to not be picking up the nausea which we were getting before just from walking around here. Cool. Straight down. The problem we were having before was the nausea meant we couldn't do anything. So we were just getting absolutely mullered. But fortunately, that is not the case this time. The Lay Poison Communal seems to have done the trick. No problem. Enjoy your lurk.
I'm off.
Yeah, there is a loot over here. Ooh. A battle axe. Let's just see then, shall we? Battle axe is a frost battle axe +1. Well, that's tasty. The armour is just standard scale mail. The dagger is just a dagger. Okay, cool. Right. So we handled that quite tidily. Okay. So tempted. Try that wall flare before heading over here. Search down here first.
In due time. Their life ends here!
Let
Okay.
us strike as one. This requires.
Poor wolves. What have we got here then? The gold ring, 12 haste, and a few other bits and pieces and some honey. Bit weird, but you know, supplies that someone has left behind. Maybe they were camping out here.
I'm there.
We just had a very small fight. Okay, so which is definitely the way to go.
Ah, test of my abilities.
Huh. So nothing too extreme so far. Aha. Looks like we are being ambushed. Right, Ekin. Melee weapons. Me. Melee weapons.
I grant you death. You should have run!
Should be doing alright with this. Yeah, a bit of a slaughter for the poor wolves. Here we go, Alpha Wolf. Alphas. So far we've not needed to do anything special. Dog's taken a lot of damage though. So cure serious if you please on dog. And another one as well, please. Okay. Yeah, the wolf pelts aren't really in terms of the weight of them, worth the effort. Okay. There's whatever that is. Melted shroud of a ring. And there's this person. Wolf Victim's Book. So, looks as if they were investigating. Okay. Looks as if they were investigating differences between wargs and wolves and goblins' use of them, etc., etc. And that unfortunately got them killed because they came to the wolf lair. Right, and we got what looks to be possibly a couple of caves. Definitely an element in this game of wandering around everywhere, because some stuff isn't revealed to you until you get close to it and make a perception check. But I think we can say we've cleared this out. Those caves don't have any entrances. We've been all the way round. Yeah. Cool.
In due time.
We'll leave that. Right. It's the 1st of January. It's New Year's Day. And here I am out adventuring. Rather than being tucked up in Tussdale enjoying the festivities.
To victory!
Running this one again. Right.
Strike!
Seems to be going alright. Dog took the brunt of that damage though. Right, I need to heal up the dog a bit. Think we can burn through some of those things. Nice. Some reasonably good healing there, I reckon. Just use some of this up. Okay, dog's getting there. That's good enough. Oh. Right, and to looting. Normal daggers, masterwork.
I'm off.
Right. I'm doing okay. Right. So, Swamp Witch's Hut. It's ultimately where we're going to. Okay, I'm going to call things to a close there today. I will be back on playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm just going to switch to. In fact, if I switch to that stream, so as you can see, I'll be back on playing Pathfinder Kingmaker at 2 o'clock next Sunday afternoon. But I'm actually on again first Wednesday, 7 o'clock UK time, where I'll be doing Elder Scrolls Online. And 7 o'clock on Thursday, I will be doing Elite Dangerous. If you enjoyed the stream and you're not already following, then please do consider following. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, consider subscribing on YouTube or leaving a like on the VoD. If you want to stay in touch, then the best ways of doing that are on Twitter. And also I have a website where I have a calendar and such like, which is www.SilmarUK.net, and that will help you see what's coming up. Other details in the panels below the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Apoca for the raid. It was much appreciated. What we're going to do now is just going to go and raid Dokkenboop. I haven't actually done that in quite a long time. And I do believe he's playing Minecraft. It's actually quite fun to watch him playing Minecraft. So we will just go and say hello. Thank you very much for watching. And I do hope to see people again in future. Take care all.